Yeah, what's up, guys? We're back again after a while for another figure review today. So today we have Marvel Legends Ultron figure. I don't know what Build-A-Figure wave he's in. Ursa Major, maybe it's the bear. The bear Build-A-Figure wave. We have Ultron here. Now, before I get into it, a few things I want to cover, I guess. I'm going to be trying this kind of diorama thing as the background for the reviews for a little bit, couple of videos. I'll try, if you guys like it, comment or whatever, say if you want the regular white or if this is good. I'll see what's going on. Whatever you guys want, I'll flop on there. I'll do whatever is the more liked. And it's actually been a hefty minute since I've uploaded. I guess I just mentioned that. I don't really know what to say. It's been a minute. So bringing this guy in here for a close look. I really like this figure. I think this is one of the best Marvel Legends ever created in all time. And it might just be because I really like Ultron, but it is literally pretty much perfect comic design. I think it literally is almost spot on. There's a hair on his face. So putting him here. I don't have the box, but it is just generic Marvel Legends box, the usual. This one wasn't even cool or anything. It was just kind of generic. For the paint sculpt on this guy, I'll start with the paint and get a good look at the sculpt as well. Because I think I'm not the biggest Marvel Legends collector. I don't have that many. But I do really think this is one of the best paint jobs on a Marvel Legends. Because the plastic is actually painted the metallic color. Like, it's not molded in it, which they usually do. And that helps a lot with zero marbling on any of the figure. No marks, no nothing. The only problem is now, I think Marvel Legends is going to start experiencing the problems that a lot of higher-end companies do. Well, not higher-end companies, but high paint companies like Marvel Select has a lot of problems with it, where like the legs and stuff, they'll have paint chips on it. Like, the paint isn't chipped, but there's like flakes of paint that come off it from when first moving the figure. There's all you have to worry, like you can see on the thigh here. I had them posed and it scraped up the paint pretty bad. Pretty annoyed at that, but that's something a lot of the painted, like high paint figures have to do, especially with metallic paint like this. It's so bad. That's just a big warning, is watch out for like scuffing and wear on the paint, because it's nice, strong paint, but it'll happen like nothing. You won't even realize it. And then your cool Ultron will look not as cool. But for the sculpt now, well, yeah, the paint there's a lot of nice paint, but there's not a lot of paint detail. Like, it's all just the silver. His eyes look really good. I got a very nice one with the lineup. Doesn't look bad whatsoever. This guy is just now coming out, so you should be able to find him at, like, I found mine at Target. You go to Target, Walmart, something like that, you'll be able to find him. And I think the sculpting on this guy is definitely making him more worth it. Like, all the sculpting detail is so nice. He's got the Ghost Rider 3 spikes on the back. All the line work looks really good. And the head sculpt really good too. I gotta talk about the head sculpt. It is literally like a perfect Ultron. I think for comic Ultron, perfect. They got the little antenna things on the side. The mouth is, I don't know how they did it, but they got almost a beautiful shape for the mouth. Ultron's got a very specific look in the comic book, and I think this figure hit it pretty good. I'm not sure if this is a specific look of Ultron, but it is a comic. I don't know. I don't know if this is from a certain line or comic run or something, but it does definitely work as just generic comic Ultron. And I really do like all the line work they did on the figure, all the nice sculpting, and even on the bottom of the feet there is nice sculpt work, which is pretty crazy. Like, usually there's nothing on the bottom of the feet, but they got some nice little zooming in on his they got a nice little bit of some work on there. Almost slipped a these nuts joke in. Didn't want to do it, but paint and sculpt, very good, very good. I think it is maybe the best Marvel Legends ever. I'm just gonna say it is. I'm not too sure, but I'll just say it is. So now, moving on to the articulation. We'll bring this man in, and I'm going to be very easy with this, which you guys should be too, because of the paint. The paint could get messed up real quick like that, so just be very careful. At the head here, he looks up very high up. Perfect, like, head shape for great upwards looking, so you can get him flying or something, you know. See this man coming at you? That's like a nightmare right there. And then usual ball joint, so you get your swivel. Oof, I don't want to bend this antenna. You get your usual little pivot and everything. You get everything you could need on this with the ball and hinge neck. He looks down, not too bad either. I'd say just watch out burying the chin into the chest. You don't want to scuff nothing up. At the arms here, his shoulder pads are actually a separate piece. If you look, when I first saw it, I thought it was a butterfly joint. It has the same look as a butterfly joint. Let me get that hair. But it's actually just the shoulder piece, which this is not a bad design at all. I think this is a really, really good design for shoulders, because a figure that I'm going to be doing a review of too is this Iron Man. And I think Marvel Select has been doing a great job with articulation updating, but the shoulder pads are so bad, and I think this could be a really, really good design to use, not even just on Marvel Legends, but like higher end figures, just everything. This would not be a bad design to use. It's pretty much perfect in the way of you can get all the articulation you want without making this pad look stupid and get in the way. Like, it's not like the Dragon Ball Figure Arts line where you have to put the whole thing up just to get their arm forward and it messes up the whole pose. All you got to do is just spin it, and then you can get whatever you'd like. So now, going back to articulation. The arm here, it goes up. Let me flip it. It can go up that high. A little bit of some assembly required over here getting this to work, but it's worth it. Goes up that high, and of course rotates all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, a little bit tight over here. Nice bicep swivel. A little flimsy over here, a little bit of a rusty comeback, but I'm trying. A nice double jointed elbow, and I forgot to mention it because I didn't even notice, but this is actually all new sculpt with the new pinless tech, so you can't see any pins, no nothing, which I think this is really good for Marvel Legends, because I feel like one of the worst parts about Marvel Legends figures is how bad the pins look. Like, on some figures, it's really not that noticeable that the pins are there, but these guys are, oof, there's some Marvel Legends are just really bad with it. And I think this is a great direction to go in, because it makes them look like even higher quality figures. I was gonna say without raising the budget, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm guessing it's not, because the prices are still the same on the figures. So, continuing now. At the wrist here, he's got the usual swivel hinge that all Marvel Legends be rocking with. And when if you buy this figure, you may have like pieces of paint on the wrist joint, everything in here at the hips had it pretty bad. All you really got to do is just kind of wipe it down, and if you have an X-Acto knife, you can clean it up even better. But it's not too bad of a problem. You can even see some silver on my fingers just scraping off. But it's not that bad of a problem, and it's pretty fixable without having any tools, so it's not too bad at all. I think it's definitely worth it too. If you clean them up, he'll look even better. So at the waist here, there's a single diaphragm kind of thing. Goes forward that far, arches back, pretty good. There is a double joint, a double ball it seems in there, so you get all the articulation you'd need in there. And I think this is a pretty good diaphragm joint. I don't mind this, but I like what they're doing with the Spider-Man body, where it's pretty much this and the usual ab crunch. I think that's a good fit there, because you can get pretty much all the articulation ever for the middle. And that's really good. I like highly articulated figures. So at the waist, he's got a nice little swivel. Goes all the way around. Feels segmented, but I mean, I guess you could fix it if you need to. I don't know how you'd fix that. That's still something I have not been able to fix in figures. But moving down, at the legs here, you can see the scuffage. I'll take one for the team and do it again. He kicks forward that far, kicks back. Not too bad, because he's got an actual booty. I'm not gonna lie. Ultron definitely came in with the high quality technology over here. Oof. You can even see it looks like a pair of eyes. All right, continuing on. Kicks back that far. It goes out to the side, pretty all right. A little gappy, but I don't know if Ultron throws a lot of side kicks. And now at the thing here, a nice hidden thigh swivel. Nice, slides nicely with the sculpting. At the knee here, nice double jointed knee. Ooh. Works pretty good. Usual articulation here for Marvel Legends. Nothing too crazy, but not bad at all. At the ankle here, another nicely hidden joint with the line work. I think that actually might help make this figure look even better, is because a lot of the articulation is hidden in like cuts with the line work to make it blend in really nicely. And it's a robot in the first place, so having articulation cuts and stuff like that doesn't look the worst anyway, which I think just makes this the best Marvel Legends ever. I'm gonna say it. I confirmed. So at the ankle here, he has nice ankle pivot. This is where a lot of the paint scraped off when I first got him, is the ankles, because it's like in the crevices over here. So this part is pretty hard to clean up, but once you get it done, usual Marvel Legends articulation, up and down, which, you know, having problem with the ankles is not an unusual thing with Marvel Legends. I feel like that is where I go bad a whole lot of the time with them. They do not like to have good ankles, nice loose ankles. They're either frozen or they're too loose and they can't stand up. But this guy is not that. He is a nice mid-ground. So now, moving this man out of the way, and well, actually no, we need him in here for his first accessory here. So for the first accessory, he comes with his mouth bubbles. I think they look very, very good. Let me see, why doesn't this focus here? What's the deal with the focus? Well, you can kind of see it there. See if it'll end up wanting to focus. But it's a nice bubbly kind of thing. It looks like the, I guess, bubbles is the only way I can think of it. But it's like the paint is pretty nice on there. It looks like it's sculpted in like a translucent orange or something like that. And then they put a little bit of paint on it. But it looks really good. And the only problem I have with this is there's no like specific way. I'll keep knocking that light over. There's no specific way to kind of put it in the mouth. So you just kind of slide it in until it looks decent. Which I just kind of, I do it like that. I like to have the bubbles floating up. I think it adds cool effect to it. And that's, you could really do it any way you want. It's kind of one of those accessories where it doesn't have a set way, so you can really just do whatever you want with it. You can slide it in there. You could have him, I don't know, foaming at the mouth. But this is one of those cool accessories that I think definitely needed to be here, because when I think of comic Ultron, I think of the bright orange or yellowy mouth with the weird bubbles coming out of it. And that's, I don't know what it actually is, but it's cool. It's one of those character traits that he needs, and it's one of those iconic things. And I think they did a very, very good job of making it into plastic here. All right, so now going on to the rest of the accessories. He comes with two of his nice gripping hands here. Just the generic gripping hands. All the sculpting on the hands are very nice too. You can really see it in the next hand, which is my favorite. Of course, yes, two of these hands, one for each side. And then my favorite accessory, this hand, the maniacal grab hand, which I think he should have come with two of these, but he only comes with one for the left arm. But I don't mind that, because it's one of those villainous things where he's holding his hand up, laughing with... Oh my god, I just punched the thing next to me with the elbow trying to change the hand. That was painful. Ooh, alright. It's one of those evil villain things where he'll be like laughing with the hand in the air, and you can get the bubbles in his mouth. And this is when I think the figure really comes together, because I love the way the orange, it sticks out on the silver, and the red's the same way in his eyes. This might not be orange, I'm not sure. You can't blame me. Sorry about that. But it looks pretty good, and I think it fits, like it brings the whole thing together. And now I'm realizing this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to speed it along here. We're going to jump right into comparisons. No time to waste. We're bringing this Iron Man back in, and because I really don't have many Avengers to compare him to, here we have another Iron Man. Now for scaling, I think this guy is a pretty decent height. This Marvel Select is way out of scale, so that's not accurate. But I think he's a good enough height for if you wanted to have him as like the leader Ultron, you could. Or if you want to have him as an Ultron drone and get 1,000,000 of them, you could. And I think that's great, because this is like the ultimate Ultron now. You don't really need another one. This is pretty much everything. Well, comic anyway. Unless they wanted to release like a Ultimate Ultron or whatever he's called in that one run. But I think this is good enough. And I think this will hold every Ultron fan over forever and ever. All right, moving on to the next one. We're gonna get some more just generic comparisons to set the scale. Here he is next to Bardock and Carnage. he looks pretty good next to him, and I think this is where he shows, like, he definitely sticks out on display. He's one of those kind of figures where if you have a display, like my display is loaded up with everything, and this man sticks out of it because he's bright silver, and I like that. I think that's cool. You need stick out figures like that that'll catch someone's eye if they come in and be like, yo, sick display, which is very rare. But next, these are some figures I also have to do reviews on, which the Silver Centurion Iron Man is one of them. Here he is next to Mondo, the Lizard, and John Wick from Fortnite. Right, I'll just pretend I didn't say that. But that is all it is for today. Get a nice sick zoom on this guy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be trying to keep up with it again, and I'm going to be actually doing more than just figure reviews now. I'm going to be doing comic videos. I think I also might start doing card videos, like DBS cards are what I open a lot. I might do a video on those. And if you guys want to see a comment, anything, whatever, thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Have a good day.